That catchy tune got planted in my head just a little over a week ago, and decided had to do a lesson on it. That was the chord. Well, hey, it is October 17th. Oh, infamous day in Northern California. Many of you probably remember. If you're old enough to remember 1989, there was supposed to be a World Series game that day, and just before it started, 5:03 in the afternoon, literally the world shook. And stuff was falling off the walls. Freeways were coming crashing down in San Francisco. Anyway, didn't mean to talk about that necessarily, but October 17th rings out as a big day in Northern California. Thankfully, things have recovered. And of course, a few years before that, I think it was '85. Yeah, we had a huge fire here too in the hills above Los Gatos, called the Lexington Fire, I think, which is the lake right above us here. Anyway, October 17th. But what I got a lot of different things I want to talk about today, and I'll mess around with a few things. Don't really have a plan of what I'm going to play yet, but we'll see. The first thing I want to talk about is that song, because I'm sure many of you were not too familiar with it, and it kind of materialized because of. Well, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I was talking to a friend of mine about our history with songwriters from the 70s that were really influential and important, in particular in both of our lives. And that's kind of what led to us talking about the idea of doing a Jim Croce special, which is now next week, a week from, is that right? Yeah, Saturday, the 25th. Today's the 17th. It's Friday. Right? 17s, 25s, 8s, and things like that are starting to fog in my head. But anyway, 11 o'clock Pacific time, and you should have, there's emails that have gone out to everybody around. If you want to be in and you don't get emails from us, just send an email to support@totallyguitars.com and to register to get info on how to register. But we'll have that up on the forum as well. So and what I'm going to do is break down some of his iconic intros. Some of the gentle tunes that we do have lessons on, and some of his rockin' tunes. We'll probably look at, well, I was going to say I'm going to be open to suggestions. I'm going to have a lot of requests for help with things today that you could help me out with. But if there are any Croce tunes that we have not addressed, or that I haven't, I'd be happy to. I'm thinking about looking at Thursday. Started out just like a dream, and like a dream I knew that what we had was bound to end. I think that's the right song. I think that's Thursday from I Got a Name, which he didn't write, by the way. He didn't write either of those. I Got a Name, or Thursday, or Salon and Saloon, that was written by Maury Muleisen. Okay, enough diverting on the Jim. So the Jim Croce thing. We will record it, of course, and make it available to anybody that registers who can't make it live. But information for that is floating around out there. But as I was talking to my friend about Jim Croce, we got talking about somebody I kind of put in a similar category, because he wrote. Luckily, he made it about 8 years longer, I think, than Croce. And that was the author of this. And of course, without a capo, that's kind of unnecessary. But anyhow, so we only have two Harry Chapin songs. We only had two Harry Chapin songs up here until last week, and I decided that Flowers Are Red, which is a very twisting story as many of his songs are. And this is something of his about him I've always loved. You know, his songs just had weird twists. The Rock was one. Better Place to Be. The Mayor of Candor Lied. Short Stories. Mr. Tanner. WOLD. All these great tunes. If anybody wants to learn any of those, put a note in the forum about specifically what what Harry Chapin songs. His are usually pretty complicated or semi-complicated. They've got a lot of stuff going on. Interesting chord progressions, multiple parts, sometimes instrumental parts that connect things. So anyhow. Okay, so that's it. Oh, so yes, so Flowers Are Red is the latest lesson that I got to, and that's up now. Okay, I talked about Croce coming up on the 25th, and that will. Okay, I think that's all I want to talk about now. Now I want to get into. It's the middle of October. Okay, that means you have about 9 weeks to get your Christmas songs in shape. So I suggest you bust them out and start looking at them. Now, I was just checking our sing-along pack, which, by the way, is going to be on sale. Is on sale probably now by the time you see this, for a little while. And the bonus pack actually is the one I'm talking about, because it has like 15 sing-along songs and a couple of and 6 instrumental arrangements. But I'm looking to add some more tunes to it that are not in there yet. Let's see if I can fake this way. There we go. Anyway, I was looking through my Christmas tunes just this morning, and I realized that one I don't have a lesson. I certainly don't have an instrumental lesson on it, because I really hadn't ever tried putting that together. And not even a sing-along one. But I noticed that in one of the tunes in the pack, and I'm not going to remember which one it is, but there's an attachment to one of them that says Jen's Top 10 Christmas Tunes or something like that. And I thought, that's a mistake. Why should that be in here? And I opened it up, and it's charts to 10 songs, a few of which I haven't done lessons on. I think it opens up with... Ooh. So there's a chart in there. It's probably not even in that key. I don't know why that happened. I just decided to try it in C and stuff. So there's this kind of stealth chart hidden in there that has just the chords to a bunch of songs. But I'm thinking about adding some more Christmas tunes to the sing-along version. So I think there are some songs that we don't have accompaniment versions of, like. So if you'd like me to add a few more sing-along tunes in there, I think we've got about 15. But happy to do that if there's any that I've missed. So, and I'm sure there are some. Let's see. I think. While I'm asking for requests, I think last year around this time or shortly before Christmas, man, it could have been 2 years ago. I remember messing around with. I kind of worked out an instrumental version of the 12 Days of Christmas. I'm sure I did, and I probably played it on one of the weekly updates. So if anybody could find that for me, I would really appreciate it. Dermot, if you're still out there, you were really good at tracking down this kind of stuff. So, and I might be able to find it too, but I think I thought I had some really good ideas about good ways of fingering that, and right there, that was pretty clumsy what I just did, but I might get back around to rearranging that one. So that's it for my requests. Any more Harry Chapin songs, any more Croce songs that we want to talk about next week, and if somebody could help me find where I played the 12 Days of Christmas sometime a year or so ago, that would be useful, because then I've been working on some other instrumentals, and one of them is I don't want to give this one away. Never mind. I'll save that for later. Okay, that's enough. Thanks to our Beatles requests, I realized that there's some other missing tunes of things we talked about a few weeks ago. Okay, let me see if let's just explore some. Let's see. Oh yeah, last week I had a lot of technical tips, and I said I would play more this week. Okay, so here it is: the pre-Christmas selections. You might think I'm going to do my regular one. I'm not. Going to do that one. Well, I think that's kind of an appropriate way to kick off the season. I know it seems a little early. It's still not even Thanksgiving, but guitar players, you got to be thinking about Christmas tunes before Halloween. See you next week.